Welcome to the video. On this video we're going to be looking at a thing called Bunkai. Now the idea of Bunkai is...
Take your kata, look at the moves, what do they mean? But then people say that will never work on the street. Have you ever heard a martial artist say that?
It will never work on the street.
Occasionally.
50 times a second for the last 20-30 years. As you can see from this video, this is Chris doing some Bunkai. It's a basic kata and it's a form of moves and they flow together nicely, and he's learned it as this form. But can we use this to expand your knowledge of the moves by using Bunkai? Big Chris.
Short answer? Yes. Long answer? Of course we can. When I first started doing kata, I was told it was you're practicing fighting against imaginary opponents. And then it progressed on to these are what the moves mean. It is a tool for you to learn moves in a sequence. We have people who, when they spar, they're using kata moves, but they don't realise it. So kata is a tool. And if you want to look cool while you're using your tool, don't forget to check out the merch. Link below. From the middle of the kata, not the first three moves, Kevin, we've done this reverse punch. And the idea is that I'm looking over my shoulder, doing a foot sweep, and I'm doing the strike out. And that is the three moves. There are three moves in there.
Insult, incoming, 3, 2, 1.
Sweep the leg.
Gives a cane.
Come get it.
In our videos you hear a lot about the spirit of, applying the principle of. And again, this is what we're going to do with this bad boy. We're going to do it on 2 Ks as well.
What's wrong with this bad boy?
It's not as bad as mine because it's in my hand. I am not going to sweep a leg. No, I know you're upset, but I'm not. So Chris puts the canes down. So this is the opponent's leg. And instead of a sweep, I'm going to strike. Now, in the technique, the way I've been taught, and Chris, bless him, is teaching me karate at the moment. Don't know if you know, I come from a kung fu background, Chris has a karate background, and he's informed me that once the leg sweep's gone, because the arm's out here, it comes up in a sweeping motion to shoulder height, comes out, and angles up in a knife hand strike.
Just bend your elbow slightly. Thank you.
See? Even though it should be over here, he picks that out. So I've got the first strikes coming in from here. It won't be as low because obviously I've got an angle with my knee. I'm going to come up to here, which is that motion, come through. I'm aiming with the crook first to hit, followed by the shaft and tip of the cane. Principle's still there. We're still getting that lower, sweep, block, kick, receiving, whatever you want to call it, into a strike, into another strike. If you miss with the first one, doesn't matter, because the second one's coming through with a bit of velocity. Base with the tripod as usual, left-handed this time. I'm going to strike through. Come up, but instead of doing the reverse, I'm going to come through, hit the chin, and then just strike back again. Did that hurt?
I feel no pain.
You have no sense, no feeling. So again, it's just literally coming up, the leg sweep. I'm coming over to get a far greater strike this way. Still the principle, the legs coming through, the arms coming over, striking out.
What applies for this as well is thinking on your feet. So if he struck the leg, so he may have struck me on the leg and nothing may have happened. I've been hit so hard in the leg I didn't feel anything for quite a while afterwards. So that initial response, so you're then thinking, what do I do? Carry on with the kata? I may have then decided, ow, that really hurts. You're thinking on the fly. You're suddenly going, my target's changed. So this is the other thing. Nobody is going to give you a textbook attack, which would be lovely.
It would, and nobody is going to act react the same way as someone else's. It's what presents itself at that time. This is where Chris gets to show off again with his fluent Japanese, because this is the bit where we make it our own. Not just my own, Chris's own, and your own. This is where you adapt it to your body type, your disability, your needs. And it's called
Kakushu.
Bless you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
It is your own. If I said to you, Gekasai Daich, it is a kid's kata originally.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying
And
to
I
say.
said, I will now show you the super secret deadly death bunkai techniques. You'd be all over me. If I told the truth and said, I was doing this kata and I made this stiff up and I think it really works, nobody would come. It is your own interpretation. So what Callum's going to do is going to sneak up upon me. I've finished off this opponent here with my mighty punch of doom. I've looked over and he's actually got the appropriate top on because he's going to sweep the leg. Is that good enough movie reference? Yeah. So I've looked, I've seen him come in, he's going to try and sweep my back leg. I've avoided his vicious attack and then I've struck him nicely in the throat. Now I shall pose the question on to Callum and Kev. Have you ever seen that? No. Somebody sneaking up behind you to do a foot sweep. That is teaching Bunkai, and some people get taught that and it's never progressed. And they think that is it and that move is the be all and end all of that move, or they think, well, I'm not going to do kata anymore because it doesn't work. Who attacks you like that? And this is where you progress to what we call the Oyo. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce that correctly, it's O-Y-O. My Japanese language lessons have been a bit lapsed recently. But this way you get I would call it the practical Bunkai. Some people call it realistic Bunkai. Depends on your etymology. This is something I was shown. When this move comes up, if you notice when we did this, our foot actually rises to here. Other systems, it comes to here. And that, they say, is an indicator of where you are going to attack. So if he's here, I wouldn't be going like you've probably seen this kick, it's quite prevalent in MMA now, an oblique kick, we call it a cross kick, it means a low strike to the leg. If he's coming in with his attack, that's my distraction. This gives me his arm. People forget about the yoi hand, it does something. I'm going to get this into a position where I can then strike his arm. Now what I'm going to do is I want you to watch Callum the brute's head. He's holding my hand now, stop it, it's not going to hurt that much. If I hit his arm here, no, okay, the kata does this, and it's not a secret, but if I do this, you see his head wobbles, and then it goes out. So I'm doing this, striking here, and I'm striking at an angle here, and as you know, there's lots of lovely places to hit to knock him out. If I haven't knocked him out, I've got control of this arm. That would be a working practical Bunkai. Just, yeah, give a hammer fist straight on. Yeah? Now do this. So, my friend Gary said, snatching the Emperor's jewels. So you imagine you're grabbing something and taking it away really quickly off my arm. There you go. There you have slight tweaks, but it's completely changed the motion of the kata. As I see, if Kev's here being all aggressive and moody, if I was to, I think, well, I can't actually reach him from here. I don't want to get in that combat range. But I can give him a nice up kick. My cane's giving me balance. Or my low attack is here. I've got the sweeping technique I could do. I think, well, actually, rather than doing that, I'm going to whack him here and pull with my other hand. You will see things and it will give you ideas. So we're going, it's a low attack, followed by, it could be a distracting strike.
It's sweeping away.
Or my personal favourite, a classic East End one, I'm going to give him a dry slap. So I'm going to punt him in the knee,
yeah, and
then rather than attacking his arm, my first move is to actually strike him across the face and strike him back. So rather than going this way, I'm doing it to the front. Doing the move, I can be coming offline.
Yeah, again, with this kata, there are set movements within the kata. But it doesn't mean you've got to do that step at that time. You can change it around, make it work for you.
The other thing you can do, if you have techniques you like, there's things I like to do.
I know that.
Right? Make your own sequence that works for you.
So for this bit we've shown normal hand grip into the strike. I will be using this. I've seen danger, Phoenix, so I'm using that move as my lower sweep. Stepping back, coming up, this move. But I would have dropped the cane to here and it would have been a clearance strike. Still the same principle, changing the hand, changing the footwork, making it my own.
I could have ducked under that. People attack with the cane at this speed apparently.
Did I? Thanks for watching the video, we hope you like it and we look forward to hearing from you.
Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. If you want to look as smart as we do, don't forget to check out the merchandise on Teesprings.
Check out our social media accounts, see what's going on in the world of Sons of Cane.
Hit that bell and free the fear.